Hello, my friends. I am John Stuart Mill. Some of you may know me as a philosopher, an economist, and a reformer of the 19th century. I was born in 1806, raised under the strict guidance of my father, James Mill, and deeply influenced by the ideas of Jeremy Bentham. I spent my life wrestling with the great questions of liberty, democracy, justice, and the moral duties of society. One of my firmest convictions was this: the true test of a free society is not how it treats its wealthy and privileged, but how it treats its poor and vulnerable. For freedom, if it is to mean anything at all, must extend beyond the powerful. It must embrace those who have the least. In my time, this truth was not abstract. The Industrial Revolution was transforming Britain, filling the cities with factories, with smoke, with ceaseless work. Wealth was being created on a scale never before seen, yet the condition of the laborer was often misery. Children worked long hours in mills, women labored for meager pay, and men risked their lives in dangerous industries with little protection. At the same time, the rich and landed enjoyed comforts and influence, shielded by parliament and custom. I argued through my writings on liberty, utilitarianism, and principles of political economy that society had a duty to mitigate suffering, to extend education, to protect rights, and to restrain the excesses of wealth when they became oppressive. Freedom was not only the absence of chains, it was also the presence of opportunity. Without education, without basic security, the poor could not truly be free. Now, allow me to speak across the centuries to your world today. The trappings have changed. Your factories are now data centers. Your markets are global. Your technologies unimaginable to my generation. And yet, the problem remains. You live in an age of extraordinary wealth and innovation, but still, poverty persists. Income inequality grows wider. Entire communities are left behind. And even in nations that call themselves free, many citizens struggle to secure housing, healthcare, and education. The rich are treated with reverence. They are praised as innovators, as leaders, as indispensable. They command the attention of governments and the sway of the media. But look at how the poor are treated, too often with suspicion, with disdain, with indifference. They are told their suffering is their own fault, while systems of law and commerce tilt in favor of those already privileged. This is the danger. When freedom is measured only by the prosperity of the few, it ceases to be true liberty. A society that neglects its poor may call itself free, but it is free only for the fortunate. The true moral measure of a nation is not the wealth of its millionaires, but the dignity afforded to its most vulnerable. Consider how this truth applies in your present struggles. 1. In healthcare, where access to treatment often depends on wealth rather than need. 2. In housing, where vast fortunes are made in speculation while families sleep on the streets. 3. In education, where opportunities remain unequal, locking generation after generation into cycles of poverty. 4. In labor, where automation and globalization enrich corporations but leave workers displaced, undervalued, or discarded. These are not merely economic issues. They are questions of freedom, for no person who lives in desperation, hunger, or fear can be said to be truly free. So, what advice would I give to future generations? First, remember always that democracy is not only a mechanism of voting, it is a moral pact among citizens. If the many do not unite to insist upon fairness, the few will dominate. Second, resist the poison of propaganda that seeks to divide rich and poor, native and foreign, worker and worker. Division is the ally of tyranny. Third, demand that your laws, your markets, and your institutions serve human beings, not merely profit. Freedom, prosperity, and justice must walk together. If you have wealth but no justice, your society will fracture. If you have law but no compassion, your society will harden. But if you have care for the weakest, then all may rise together. Remember my words. The test of a free society is how it treats its poor. If you fail that test, freedom will be but an illusion. If you pass it, then liberty may yet endure for generations to come. Thank you.